Anime can get really confusing sometimes. Half the time, it's just bad plot writing that leaves you wondering what the hell actually just happened and what you wasted your life on. Sometimes, it's brain rot anime about an omnipotent deer that leaves you struggling to comprehend what's going on in front of you. Other times, you get an amazing work of fiction that will absolutely knock your socks off with how well its plot is constructed. And with today's subject, Kowloon generic romance, we are talking about the last entry there. Words. Kowloon generic romance is a romance anime that follows the story of Reika Kujirai, a 32-year-old chronic smoker who works for an apartment management company in the city of Kowloon, alongside her main love interest, Hajime Kudo, who happens to be her senior at the company. Now, that's all you'll get as far as specific details out of me, because if I say too much, I genuinely will ruin the experience for this one, and I actually want you to go see it for yourselves and judge it, because this one is fantastic. Really though, the first thing to note in all of this is Kudo's mental fortitude. Because if someone like Reika was in front of me, I'd fold in a nanosecond. I mean, look at this woman. Look at her. There is no force in the universe that will be able to pull me away from her. The week this series started airing is still a haze to me because all I remember is how down bad I was for this chick. Scratch that. I still am. Alright, that's it. I'm going back to college to begin my research into how to transport myself into fictional worlds. I am that desperate to get some of that. There isn't a household object I wouldn't bend her over. I don't care. I need her. No lube, no protection. All night, all day. Missionary, cowgirl, reverse cowgirl, doggy, backwards, forwards, sideways, upside down, on the floor, in the bed, on the couch, on the chair, against the wall, against the window, against the door. Where was I? I don't remember what I was saying. Kowloon generic romance has surprisingly little to do with its title, actually. And that deceptive little decision there made it all the more thrilling when the series started to go places I didn't expect it to. Really, the only relevant part of that title is the fact that all of this is set in the city of Kowloon. In fact, it's far from generic, and it's so much more than just a romance. The first episode starts about how you would expect, with the two main characters interacting and doing a bunch of daily routine stuff, minus them speed running the romantic aspect up to a kiss in the very first episode. Then it hits you with a twist, and another in the next episode, and then another in the next episode after that. There's a deep, dark mystery afoot in Kowloon, and while you're basically given a ton of hints as to what is happening, they actually lead to more questions than answers. Thus, this series is confusing in the best possible way you could imagine. It has depth and intrigue to it far beyond the likes of a mere office romance story. While you're invested in Reika's life and journey, you're also subconsciously being gnawed away at by the nagging questions of what the hell is actually happening right in front of you. And right when you think you may be getting somewhere, it feeds you a new element that leaves you stumped. In the writing department, this show has been an excellent experience this season, and one that I cannot recommend strongly enough, even if only because, oh, the things I would bend you over, you sexy piece of. The main cast are all well written, making them enjoyable to have on screen. Even the more sinister members of this story are good to have around because they often give you very crucial information about what's going on, or they just have some very creepy vibes to them that fit with the dissonance growing in the back of your mind as you become more and more aware that something about this is all terribly wrong. What actually is Kowloon? What is generic Terra? What is the deal with A and B? How come there are so many strange things happening in this that you just can't explain under normal circumstances? It's a blast to get to the end of every episode and have to change your theory about the show because it's just that damn intriguing, and there's so much to this mystery that you find yourself thinking, I just gotta know what's going on here. It has a great hook to it, and every episode seems to grab you and hold you that much tighter. Now, the one caveat I do have in all of this is that there was initially a bit of controversy over this anime, particularly with the fact that they were supposedly cramming entire manga volumes into singular episodes. Manga fans may not like this adaptation. I don't really know because I haven't heard much about it outside of the very initial debut. But from the POV of an anime only, it is a really solid entry. In fact, I think this is second only to the Apothecary Diaries this season. So Even if this is a poor adaptation, it is still a very good anime in my very humble opinion. I love it. And if loving it is wrong, then I don't want to be right.